Rich rising. I'm gonna do a couple signs, but this is a quick little message for whoever may be going through something similar or the same thing as me. Some people are not who you think they are. You want to be optimistic and stay positive and remain, in a more positive way of viewing things. But the truth of the reality is that sometimes people are far from who you could have known them to be. So, like, for example, physically, someone could be a family member, but spiritually, they're the furthest thing from it. And it could be a number of reasons. It could be they let the world get to them. And I understand, because life can get tiring, especially when you try to take multiple steps forward, try to push through, try to go in the right direction, only to get knocked down a couple of notches. So sometimes it's life. Sometimes they lose their innocence. Sometimes it's just pure ignorance. People think that the world owes them something, and they don't even take any kind of accountability for their own behavior or their own limited ways of viewing and doing things. They're just quick to put it on the next person. In a sense, it's kind of like a very argumentative demeanor or persona. So it's the world, ignorance, life, losing their innocence, and then also just simply allowing their vessel to be overtaken by lower energies, allowing Satan to play tricks on them, because what you don't confront, which is essentially healing, if you allow your trauma or your heartbrokenness to keep you from living the way that you could by addressing your demons, you undergo like some kind of, I want to say it correctly, the word that's coming to me is like psychosis. It's something of the mind though. Usually when somebody has issues, the first demonstration will be their mental state of mind, right? How do they view things? How do they handle things? How do they go about things? How do they approach things? How do they talk to people? What words are they using? What is their communication style? Is it aggressive? Is it to speak so you can understand them? Or is it argumentative, trying to force their ideas and their viewpoints on you? I hope that this is making sense, but what you do not heal, it can overtake your vessel, and before you know it, you'll be carrying bitterness, anger, jealousy, enviousness, ignorance. I cannot stand when people blame things on certain races, because it becomes a part of the problem, not the solution. Even if you have a reservation, you don't have to be so quick to speak on it. You know what I mean? Let things play out and gather information from what gets presented. You know what I mean? Man, I said a prayer. It's funny, like 2 weeks ago, I said a prayer for someone to reveal for the spirit to reveal, who is and who's not supposed to be in their lives and a part of their lives, and anything that is not for them, allow it to be brought to the forefront so the person can see. And I swear, a lot of things have been happening for me behind the scenes. Some things it's embarrassing, but it doesn't have anything to do with me. But because I'm connected in some way, some shape, somehow, it's guilty by association. But I say this to say, be careful what you pray for, what you ask for, because even though you may pray for it for the next person, it can get brought onto you. And I'm pretty sure it's all for betterment, but you just got to stay ready so you can understand why certain things are happening, because not everybody is meant to stay connected to you. Not everybody views the way that you view the world. Not everybody moves the way that you move. And not everybody has common sense or intuition. If you don't heal something, you don't address something, it's going to repeat and it's going to grow bigger. And sometimes it can get to the point of where it, spirals out of control. And the only thing left for you to do is just kind of move out the way, especially if you didn't have anything to do with it, you didn't play a role. But be mindful, because the times we're in are very surreal. And just because someone may be your mother or your brother or a sister or a cousin or aunt, uncle, family member, physically, that may be their body, but spiritually, it's not them. These are the times that we're in.